He's the third hero to use the name. Let's get into the video and find out who is the new Patriot. The Patriot's true name is Rayshon Lucas. He was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Rayshon was a big fan of black superheroes, especially Rage and Sam Wilson, who was now Captain America. Rayshon's life would begin to change when the hero Rage was arrested and beaten by AmeriCops. Captain America, Sam Wilson, set out to help Rage and secured video footage proving Rage hadn't committed the crime. It also showed how the AmeriCops had beaten Rage. He released the footage for the world to see. However, when Rage's trial began, the video footage was ruled to be inadmissible as evidence and Rage was found guilty. Following the verdict, the people took to the streets to protest. Rayshon painted his face to look like Rage's mask and snuck out of the house to join the protest. He firebombed a bank and participated in the riots. Sam Wilson, in his own protest, decided to resign as Captain America. Later that evening, Rayshon snuck back into his house and watched a broadcast of Sam Wilson announcing his decision to no longer be Captain America. That's when Rayshon began designing a costume for himself, hoping to one day join the next generation of heroes and make a difference as the Patriot. At a later point in time, Steve Rogers revealed his allegiance to Hydra and took control of the United States. Rick Jones, who had been imprisoned by Hydra, was able to access their network and download files important to the Resistance. He then forwarded those files to an individual going by the username of Patriot938, who he believed to be a member of the Resistance. The user turned out to be Rayshon, who was just a Resistance wannabe. So after receiving the files, he contacted the real Resistance and requested a meeting. Viv Vision, a member of the Resistance, agreed to meet Rayshon in Las Vegas. Rayshon made his way to Vegas, and as he headed to the arranged meeting location, he was spotted by Hydra dreadnoughts and chased. The young hero group, the Champions, had tipped off Hydra that a Resistance meeting was going down just to see how they reacted to make sure Rayshon was legit. Hydra's reaction convinced them that it wasn't a trap, so they rescued Rayshon from the dreadnoughts and took him back to the Mount, the secret headquarters of the Resistance. At the Mount, Rayshon turned over the thumb drive containing the files he was sent by Rick Jones to a Tony Stark AI. The information on the drive would later prove to be the key to the Resistance defeating Hydra. As a thank you, the AI Tony Stark made Rayshon a shield and a costume based off Rayshon's drawings. He also created an AI version of the Black Widow to train Rayshon. After his training, he worked with the Champions assisting with the Resistance. Then after the fall of Hydra's empire, Rayshon became the apprentice of Sam Wilson, who had returned to being the Falcon. As the Patriot, he assisted the Falcon and Dr. Voodoo in battling gang violence in Chicago. While trying to stop the violence, they would eventually discover that Blackheart, the son of Mephisto, was posing as the mayor and inciting the violence. With the help of Dr. Voodoo, Damian Hellstrom, and the gang leader Dre, who Blackheart had made his lieutenant, they defeated Blackheart and stopped the violence. But their defeat of Blackheart would later lead to Patriot and Falcon being drawn into a conflict with vampires. The vampires were led by Deacon Frost, who was carrying out Mephisto's bidding to make the Falcon suffer by killing those closest to him. The vampires abducted Patriot and were going to turn him into a vampire, but the Falcon, Blade, and Misty Knight were able to save Patriot and kill Deacon Frost. Patriot later joined the Champions as a full-time member. Patriot is a skilled hand-to-hand combatant trained by the Black Widow. The shield that he carries can also function as a glider and a drone. Well, that's the origin of the new Patriot, and that about does it for this video. As always, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to stop by the channel and check out this video. Please smash that like button and drop a comment down below. It really helps out the channel. Well, that's a wrap for this one. We'll see you again real soon. But until then, I'm out. Peace.